My name is Tim Carter, and I'm speaking from the international headquarters of BaptistLamp.org. This is actually the site where Dr. John Penn caretakes, if you will, ancient historical records, actual video or audio formatted sermons, lectures, and messages in churches. And one of the stations in this actual building here has the historical photograph or portrait, that is, of when Leland supported Madison. And then here, for example, an actual photograph of Dr. John Owen and John Penn standing under the same tree in Virginia where John Leland and James Madison met. And Leland supported Madison for the Virginia Constitutional Convention. One thing here that you will find interesting is this is the freedom, that is a portrait, or if you will, stating freedom of religion did not exist in the early colonies. Obadiah Holmes was whipped publicly in Boston, Massachusetts for preaching without a license from the Anglican Church. So these historical events, these epic moments throughout history, especially here, that found us where we're at today. This is the types of things you'll find here at BaptistLamp.org, and especially the rich legacy and heritage of Lamp Theological Institute, which again is a body of material, a collection of the faithfulness of men for decades now, specifically those leading to what we know today, the American Baptist Association, our Missionary Baptist Seminary founders Glover, Guthrie, and Bogard. Dr. John Penn reaches all the way back to them and then reaches forward to us. So if you ever wanted to return to seminary, you can actually, through the Lamp Theological Institute, return to a seminary that wasn't even available in your own lifetime. And I experienced that and the weight of that and the honor of it. And it's been a privilege to hear the voices and to share in their agonies as they labored to always make Christ preeminent, to always seek Him, and then to equip men who would go out and pastor, or to help pastors who were already on the field and missionaries all over the world. So enjoy this, but know that its foundation is large and extends all the way back. The Baptist faith is not something that's only preserved here in these historical records, but also advanced through these resources. So this is not a museum of the past. It's also quite a headquarters and a base of operation to afford resources to give us all the advantages today. So if you're a young, upstarting pastor, if you will, the resources are for you. This institute is a tremendous resource. You have outlines of books in the Bible, sermons, lectures, and you'll even be able to, as time continues and these things continue, resources come online, even an entire body of work about movements and conflicts and controversies, such as a New Light movement. There's both video and audio, and then records of that. Historical events throughout the history of the association, American Baptist Association, things that the Lord's churches have had to face throughout the years in this contemporary society we're now in. So in an age of technology, the past is now with us in the present. We now have those who went before us or remain our contemporaries through these resources. So that's a purpose and intention that's been realized. It was never Dr. Penn's intention to know this end in mind, but rather to be faithful, to serve, knowing that the Lord would bring it to fruition. So now the BaptistLamp.org, the Landmark Media Productions, and now the Lamp Theological Institute are worldwide. And according to recent analytics from a YouTube analytics feature, really there's the only limit now is awaiting more access to the internet. And now the only limitation of Lamp Theological Institute is the technology that extends it to so many people. So enjoy this resource. Rejoice in it. Also know the weight of our faith and the agony of our forefathers and those who went before us in the faith, and then know their struggles. You can be a first-hand witness, if you will, in going back in history, and you can see the faults, you can see their faith, you can see their shortcomings, you can see how God used men of all types and kinds and brought the gospel to where it is today through his churches, as he always told us all the way back to the commission to go out and disciple all the nations, and that is taking place literally in a scope as large as can be realized. So enjoy it. It's in hopes of Dr. Penn that students can continue to learn from him and enjoy the heart of a teacher, the heart of a pastor who also wants to extend the favor to other pastors as well. So you have a blessed day.